This world is broken. The science is outdated, the math is incomplete, and the people are so blinded by greed that they cannot see the way forward.
Wait. You're not thinking of intervening, are you?
It has to be corrected. Knowledge is not a commodity. It has been and always will be their future. Standing in the shadows is no longer an option. We have to teach them to share freely without fear of retribution.
There is too much to teach for just one person.
I know. We will have to recruit more people who think the right way. The people who have been shunned by the mainstream. People who have the passion in their heart for the science.
How do we find all of these people then?
We create an open forum to discuss ideas and build ties. We let everyone have a voice, and we never let greed dictate our path.
What do we call it then? Oh, I got it. The Fringe think tank.
The Fringe think tank it is then. Now let's give them back their destiny and open it up to the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Nathan, otherwise known as Old Man Builds, and we have the Benefactor here today with us. Ben, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging out. Hey, I got a new member to my channel, Ben.
Nice. Welcome, Luke Skywalker.
Right on, man.
Yeah, welcome to the team.
What's up, Joe?
What's going on, Joe?
All right, man. I'm excited. I heard you got like all kinds of breakthroughs going on. My email was blowing up today.
Yeah. So it's just a small update, but a very significant one.
Nice.
Give me just a couple of minutes to sort out the document that I'm reading from, and I'll bring it up on the presentation screen.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so drag this down here.
So while you're bringing that up, Ben, I just want to let everybody know we have the membership, and you get emojis you can use in the live chat. I think they're totally awesome. By the way, I just found out that I could use them when I message people back on the messages. So
Oh, really?
I've been doing it today, man. I get the biggest kick out of it, Ben. So, hey, look, Vortex joined as a member too. Right on, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we appreciate all the memberships. They really help out the crowdfunding and the crowdsourcing of this independent research, really, you know.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, man. Hopefully you use some of those emojis in the chat, man. I'd love to see them. But yeah, I just want to let everybody know, man. That's what that little thing is on the bottom there. Those are the cool little things. It's all of us in our Star Trek uniform. So, and obviously the mushrooms, man. You can't do without the mushrooms. So, yeah, we're right now. Man, I get one more, and then we get to add some more emojis. So, we got to find one that says holes on it real quick. So, anyway, if you go on there, guys, on the membership, I put a new episode of Star Trek for the Fringe Think Tank. It's absolutely hilarious. So, what do you think of it, Ben?
I thought it was freaking funny as heck. I can't cuss, but I want to. It was freaking hilarious. It was everything I expected it to be. It lived up to the hype.
Oh, right on.
Appreciate the humor. And Sean's bit was just the best.
Oh yeah. Sean doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna find out, man. It's absolutely hilarious, man. Because he says it with such a straight face, and it's so wrong to say. What's going on, Akabe? Oh man, Ben's pulling up some information right now, man. We're getting it running. So, man, it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, sorry guys. I just didn't have enough time to pull this up at the last minute, so it's going to take a couple more minutes for me to put it together. Nathan, if you wanted to start with something or go into something else for a few minutes while I get this ready, It might take about 5 to 10 more minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. For those of you who watched on Saturday with Joe and I, we discussed a bunch of crystal stuff. But totally awesome, by the way. The technology we came out with the Tesla coil with the one wire energy went straight to the crystal and was resonating it. And we also looked in to see if crystal itself had energy to begin with. So we looked at a couple different things. There was some multimeters that show it. All you had to do was put it in a little bit of water, and it would pull like 358 millivolts in there. Now, again, not much, but still, if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, then it actually would interact with you just a little bit. So it's fascinating to see that that's actually the truth. So I was totally taken aback by that when I started testing everything. And again, the active was just water. It wasn't salt water, it was just water. So that was really cool of it. So when you do have those things in your home, just understand there's a, very, very small millivolts of energy coming out of them, but that's awesome. So another thing I'm setting up for right now is we wanted to put the charge on the PVC pipe, and I'm setting up for that now. And I have those little taser units. So we're going to get that thing going, man. And I'm going to put positive to one, negative to the other. I have a few things I want to try. Just number one, I want to see that it goes on there. So we're just going to take some tin foil and we're going to see if it activates and pulls down on the PVC pipe with the positive, and then we'll move it over to the negative and do the same. We're also going to take a dryer sheet to it. Again, we're looking to see if there's any type of energy on it. So the reason I'm looking for those two things in particular is I have a static meter. And if I can pick up any type of energy on top of them, then I can get it with a static meter and I can pull it off. So my GraviFlyer, when I do it on there with the energy, it shows it. So I just want to check that before I get started, because I'm going to order a tri-field meter in order to do everything the right way. But I just want to see that I can see a little bit of it as we get started. So yeah, we're going to look at those electrodes and find out exactly how they work. And that's going to be one of the next areas of studies I'll be getting into. So I'll continue to show some more Tesla coil stuff. And then we're going to get into the electrodes, and I'm going to start showing that. And every little piece of it, every kind of invention that we come up with, to look at it, to find it, to activate it, I'm going to show it so that everybody has it. And then what I'm really excited about is when we get into put it in a cavity. So one cavity would be cool. I want to find out if we put it in a second cavity, what does it do? So once we know that we have, a positive or negative charge on it, then I want to put another piece of PVC over it and see if I can't translate a second charge onto that PVC and see if it changes. And that's going to be kind of exciting. I'm sure a lot of people have done it already. I could probably tell you the answer, but as you guys probably know, I like to find out. And, I think it's really going to be awesome to do that. So we'll try that. We'll see what kind of energy comes out of it. We'll put a little bit of a coil on one, and we'll see, we'll put a little multimeter to it and see what we can't get energy out of it. It'll be probably mostly static, but, it might pull a number or something. But, yeah, I want to see, Gerbenikoff effect. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. Absolutely what I want to see. So I think there's more to that. I think that you're going to have a charged state on anything that you put it on in order to get any type of anti-gravity thing. I do hope Joe comes as well. I've been talking to him offline, but he had problems with the camera and stuff. So hopefully he does come. I absolutely agree with that. So, but that's where we're going, guys. That's the next area of study we're looking at. And hopefully it'll tie right into everything I've done. You know what I mean? From the Tesla coil to the GraviFlyer to the electrodes, the charge state. There's a really, really cool thing you could do with the lifter with the charge state. If you can get that charge to switch on the actual plate of a lifter, You don't have to use any kind of ion wind on it. It'll just lift. That part's really exciting. So that ties right in with that whole thing with Grebennikov and everything else. And I've seen the way these things are made. And by the way, Mr. L, I'm going to have to send you a couple things on that to show you how the Grebennikov thing was working, because I found a bunch of diagrams of it, and I think it'd be very interesting to see. But that's where we're going, guys. And one of the things I've always wanted to do is build a magnetosphere. So it's taken a long time to get to where I need to go to even get close to it. I had to learn high voltage. I had to learn about static electricity. I then had to learn about cold electricity. Now I'm going to have to learn about electrics. Then we're going to see exactly what else is necessary. You have to know about frequency. You have to know about resonance. You got to know how to have things pull onto something without having a charge on them, like a static charge or something like that, but it'll still have a charged state where they pull in. That's where I think this electric thing is absolutely the key. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Sean's working on it as well, so he'll be doing some updates on his Wednesday when he comes on. Also, Mr. L is going to be on Wednesday. That's going to be just amazing, guys. We're going to learn a lot from that. Hopefully, I have a few tests under my belt by then. But that's really going to be kind of the next stage of evolution of what we're doing. Once we get that, I don't know, man, maybe something else will pop up. But I think we're going to get ready to build a magnetosphere. So I think that's awesome because I can already build the fields on the outside. I understand that from the Graviflyer and how to build, several fields, get them going in rotation. We already know pretty much how to pull things in. We just have to be able to make it work with the field and how do I want to say this? To be able to pull in, but yet not put the charge on it like it does now where you get zapped. So I think that has to do with the actual earth itself. If we pack it with dirt, things like that, minerals, that's going to be the big key here. I think that's what we're missing is because we're thinking things of metal plate, plastic plate, you know what I mean? Like capacitor, go on to some kind of liquid. But I think really what it is that dirt plays a big factor in like the feldspar. There's something there that just gives it something more. And I can't really describe it until you actually get to some of the experiments and see it. But yeah. Jarvis instead of Mr. L. You got it, Jarvis. Absolutely. So geometry and trigonometry, absolutely. 100% agree. Yeah, we are on it. Absolutely. Guys, we're yeah, once you get the natural anodes and cathodes, then we start talking the right thing. Okay. We start to figure this stuff out. There's got to be a reason everything's involved in the earth. They don't just put things here for no reason. So the key is to find out why. And it could just be a barrier between fields. And that's okay because we're going to need that too. So dirt iron oxide. Well, there you go. That's pretty interesting. What's going on, Chris? Proton, electrons, ions. Yes. Some of this stuff, clay, so more iron oxide. Well, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to have to try out some experiments with some heavy clay then and see what it does, which then makes it interesting when you get to clay pots and what goes on there. Because I didn't do a lot of experiment in clay. I did it in glass. So that would be awesome to test. I know that sand I had, you said it had some clay in it, and that might be some of the factors that are going on. So that's going to be cool to find out. But I am working on getting that sand. I got to go down to the depot again. They didn't have it last time I was there to get the white sand. I may just go down to my local pottery place or whatever you want to call that, nursery, and see if they have it. Worst case scenario, man, I'll just go to the beach and grab some sand. Hopefully they won't mind a shovel or two. And then I can really get to work. Yeah. So, Yeah, ceramics. Yeah, ceramics is the key. You know, I did some stuff with ceramics once. I put a multimeter to my granite and ran it through ceramic bowls, one to the next to the next. And you'd be surprised how much energy you build up in there, how much conductivity you build up in there. Then when you put the slightest amount of energy in there, man, it's just wow. And the fact that the quartz itself has energy in it, the granite sucks up all of the water in there, and then it starts tapping on that granite. It's really something to see when you put those things together like that. It's amazing. And you don't need necessarily a piezo to get that thing to double. All you need is a good pulse wave. So I want to try that. I have a transducer. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there and hit it right on it. I'm going to keep that thing and put like a candle wick to the granite and get it wet. Hit it with that transducer and see what kind of energy it comes out of it. So that'll be an interesting one in itself, but it's necessary in some of this stuff to either rule it in, rule it out. Gerald, what's going on, brother? I can't come to Canada and fix your computer, man. What's going on? Open source everything? Absolutely. Guys, it's all open on my channel. They are suppressing the living daylights out of my my one-wire energy, though, I could tell you that. So, but hopefully they'll let the other stuff through and we'll get on with it. Maybe I hit the nail too far on the head, if you know what I mean, with that stuff. And yeah, that spot. Good job, Chris. I can't really say that. But yeah, that's a little trial there. Huh. Anyway, guys. I think that's really where we need to go. Ben had some cool updates, though, on his stuff. He's working on that coil, and he's got these circuits that actually are working for him now. And I did see one of the things. I joined as a member on his channel, by the way, and it was really cool. It had to do with the light and everything and pulling the load. And if he uses one part of the coil or more, I'll let him explain it, but it was absolutely awesome.
Yes, we will be ready momentarily. That is a members only video that you guys will be actually watching tonight. I'll show you. It's very short, but it's something that I wanted to give you guys a little early access to in the membership for Patreon and YouTube. So just to say thank you. Some very exciting updates. We don't fully know the meanings of them. I'm running a second confirmation test as we speak, but as I've said, there's some pretty significant developments. So I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes and we'll have that presentation for you.
Right on, man. I'm looking forward to that one, Ben. Yeah, Gerald says that having a little trouble downloading something. So he has to go to a buddy's place and download it from there. Well, Gerald, I hope you get on, man. Everybody's been missing you. Hopefully, you get all that stuff straightened out. So suppress is not the word. Closer to get to the end goal, the more they get nervous. Well, yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. There's a lot of stuff that I don't say about this energy, and some of the tests I don't do because it goes too far. But you keep suppressing me, I'll just show it all. Then you can decide what you want to do from there, because I know way more than what I show. And I really get tired of those type of things happening. So anyway, whatever it is, man, we'll figure it out. Like I said, my end goal was a magnetosphere to do all this, and I think I'll get there eventually. Let's see. I think they're pushing back on a couple of us. Anybody kind of into this? It's one of those things. You can't go from 600 views to 100 views on something just like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to say too much more about it, but it's frustrating. I can tell you that. Yeah, I guess if he's connected to big oil, whatever. I really don't care. I'm not putting this thing out as some kind of free energy device or anything else. It's not what I'm trying to do here. I simply want to know how things work. I could give up, if that's what you turn it into, but that's not what I was going for.
Yeah, and to emphasize, we don't know if we're getting free energy out of our device yet. We haven't confirmed it. We have pretty good indicators that it is getting very good efficiency over the inverter, which is already registering at 96% efficiency. And even if we assume 90% efficiency on our first test, it's already getting 55% more efficiency than that. So it's pretty remarkable results. We don't know exactly the full implications, but I know I have been running the system. It has been working. We have been using it as a nightlight, and recently I had some new insights and potential setups for the Lightning Thief. And, I decided to hook two of them up, each with their own coil to see if we got any kind of more brightness from the panel. And we did. It seemed to light up almost twice. It seemed to, I don't have a lumen detector or anything like that. I'm just going by eyeballing it. It seemed to light up at least twice as bright. And it's pretty remarkable. We're going to play the video for you. And then I'm going to go over some of the results.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, we don't know exactly what this means for the dual thief, but we do know that it is lighting it twice as bright and about the same exact decay rate, consumption rate of energy for the single coil, which is really, really crazy. Coil updates. Let's see, just gotta find the video. The heck are you? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's not going to play that one? Okay, I might have to play it off of my shared screen. Give me 1 second.
By the way, real quick, Ben, John, there's a formula that I'm going to send you for a Tesla coil. John Kirkley came up with it, and I want to test it out on one of the coils that I build. So we're gonna have to go through it and check it. It seems pretty good. So it'll probably be easier than using that Java TC.
All right, so we have the Lightning Thief running this 32-watt LED panel. So that's a mistake. It's actually 40 watt. When you hook it up, the full brightness, it's like 38.6 watts it consumes from the wall. So it's I meant to grab the 32-watt panel, and I grabbed the 40-watt panel, which is pretty impressive. Off of this 12-volt battery. Let's take a look at the voltage drain. It's been running for about 30 minutes. And it started at 12.34. Might have been 12.35. But we're going to keep an eye on this, see what the rate of drainage is, the rate of energy consumption. You can see, let's disconnect this real quick. So the Lightning Thief works. It's inducing this wirelessly. So it works. Here is something really cool. Both dual thieves are hooked up. We call this the dual thief setup. Once I unplug one of them, though, watch this. Check out the brightness. Goes back to being crap. Look at that. That's one coil. That was always what it was with one coil. And now we have two coils. And look how much brighter that is. So the dual thief system seems to be maintaining the same time frame as the single coil for reaching 11.5 volts, or in the same time frame for discharge. So what I mean by that is the first 15 hours were the same discharge rate as this first 15 hours. So it's very interesting. We don't know exactly what it means. It could last only 30 hours, and then we'll say, okay, so it is consuming more power and it's not actually gaining anything over the single coil. But an interesting thing to note here is that it is indicating the potential for doubling the brightness without affecting the runtime, because it's drawing the same amount of power from the battery and decaying at the same rate. So if we assume this, we'll go to the graphs in a minute. If we assume that decay rate stays the same over the full charge, because in this initial, something that I didn't really note here is this initial test for the dual thief didn't start out at a full battery. We started out at 12, what was it, 12.04 or something like that. I don't think I showed the voltage for the dual thief. But anyways, we started out a lower power level for our battery. So I charged the battery. We are running it at a full battery, and we're doing the test again to see if it will last the full 60 hours like the single coil, or if it's going to run out at 30 hours. So, but it is drawing more current from the battery than it was before, slightly more current at the same speed. So the thing is, when I measure the current, it's almost the exact same on the input or on the when you measure it coming out of the battery, it's like almost exactly the same when you measure it coming out of the coil. So it's very interesting. When you measure the current loss, it's very minimal. So like you'll measure, for instance, the Christmas coil that's hooked up as the second coil. You'll measure it on the battery, and it'll be like 50. It was 59 milliamps, and then on the output of the coil, before it hits the lightning thief circuit, it's 54 milliamps. So it's very low amount of current loss while increasing the voltage exponentially, as we've seen by it lighting the 40-watt panel and neons and all that stuff. So it's very, very interesting results. I'm going to stop sharing the screen and go back into. Let me put this in the chat. This is going to be the presentation that I'm going to pull up. All right. Just swap that out. Okay, so here's the graphs. If for the first dual thief test, that lasted about 15 hours and 30 minutes. So if we assume the same decay rate, these are the results that we get, and specifically this bar graph. So we see the first 15 hours are relatively the same decay rate. So if we assume that decay rate stays the same at a fully charged battery, hopefully we will see that discharge very slowly and start to stabilize, because remember in our first test, it discharged fast from 12.34 volts all the way to 12 volts in about 15 hours and 30 minutes. Now, after that, it slowed down, and it took it 39 hours to discharge from 12 volts down to 11.5. So that's very interesting. Now, these numbers are going to be verified with further testing. We're going to test the crap out of it, test it again and again and again, have other people test it. But for now, these are just good indicators that we're getting a really efficient system. While the dual thief only lasted 15 hours and 30 minutes, it maintained relatively the same discharge rate as the single coil, leading to indications that it might be able to stabilize like the single coil, only at a higher battery charge level and higher voltage. The first single coil test did not stabilize until after 15 hours when it hit 12 volts on the battery. Then it took 39 hours for it to go from 12 to 11.5 volts for our cutoff. It'd be interesting to see if this is the case, and I'm running a new test now. We start the second dual thief test at a higher battery charge level at 12.59 volts. The battery had just been charged 2 hours prior, so it might be slightly lower than that, because it takes it a while to stabilize. So that initial voltage might be slightly lower, which is why I suspect it kind of dropped real fast in the first hour here. You see it went from, at 4:38, it went from 12.59 volts. 6 o'clock, it went to 12.41 volts. But now it seems to have gone slower. So we're going to give you an update in a little bit and what the voltage is. But the current observations are after 1 hour and 21 minutes, the voltage has dropped 180 millivolts, averaging a discharge rate of approximately 133 millivolts per hour. So it's slightly faster than the initial decay rate from our previous test, possibly due to a fresh charge of the battery not stabilizing yet. We may expect to see the rate even out over time, as we've seen in prior tests. So that's all I've got. The LED panel lights twice as bright, in my opinion, by eyeballing it with the second coil, and it doesn't seem to affect the discharge rate. And that's our key observations here, but we are doing a full test now, and we're going to update you on that in the near future.
Right on, Ben. Geez, you just got it going on today, don't you?
Well, we don't want to jump to conclusions. This setup could very well die out at 30 hours. Who knows? Like it might just take a crap on us, after a certain point. But my feeling is that it's going to last a while. Maybe not exactly 60 hours, but maybe hopefully 40 or 50 hours. So that's the goal here, is to see how long it lasts at this new brightness level, because again, it is twice as bright. It's actually quite useful now. The other brightness was like really, really dim. It wasn't really useful for anything. Even as a nightlight, it was kind of bad. This is perfect, right? It's not too bright, because this panel gets very bright. It's a 40-watt panel.
I'm sorry, Ben. I was doing something. Give me 1 second. I just got a couple of announcements. Terran Earth thing and Bog Irish just joined as members on my channel. I want to thank both of you guys. Dude, they're ripping it up, man. Vortex is over there putting shrooms in there with me on the channel page. So it's hilarious, man.
Yeah, thank you, new subscribers. You guys are awesome.
I also put up real quick, if you don't mind, and then we'll get back. I put up this one now because it allowed me to add more. So you can get that one now to put it on your emoji. And Joe. So, all right. Sorry, Ben. Let's get back to the thunder you're bringing there. That panel got a lot brighter, Rian, when you did that. So let me ask you about that coil, because I wanted to use it to do the same thing. So you had one channel going in, so you had a secondary channel you could use, or was it one to the next channel? How did you separate that, or did you?
So it's very basic. So I basically set up the Jewel Thief, the Lightning Thief, to each their own coil, right? So I just attached them to their own coil with the outputs open. And then both outputs are going directly to a junction for the light. That's it. It's very simple. They're not connected in any intricate way. They're just two individual devices hooked up to the same load, basically. So, and it's cool because if it works, you couldn't have asked for a more simpler way of stacking your components. You know what I mean?
Well, Ben, I watched it and I go, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? That's the first thing that came to my mind. And then next was congratulations, Ben, for outsmarting me on that one. You definitely beat me to it. Because I've been looking for something for a doubler because, I got, 10 lights? So I was going to buy 20 more. And I want to light up my front yard just to see what my wife says when she comes out in the morning to go do something. I love surprising her in that way.
With these setups, you could take your coil, Nathan. You can rig it to a solar panel and a battery. Just have it out in your lawn and just have it powered, motion censored whenever you come up, and you never have to touch it. It just recharges itself with the solar panel, and it'll never go dead.
Nice. I thought about just getting a battery, build my Tesla coil right in my front lawn, right in the center. And then doing that so that it turns on my wife's lights and stuff all around the garden area.
Yeah.
So, and she keeps buying all this Christmas stuff, and I have no plug outside, and it's like, man, this is getting old.
Well, with the lightning thief, there's really two key advantages here, and one is the slow decay rate, the slow consumption of the battery, which allows you to recharge it with the solar panel, right? So it's charged, and at the same time, it's able to exponentially increase your output with the voltage potential, so your lights are really bright. So, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
they're not dim as crap.
No, because well, I wanted to see trying that, Ben. I put the thing on the one side, right, for the light. Now, if I put it on the other side, it's because the light goes like this. It moves back and forth when you do it. It just excites it to gas like that. So now I want to see if it explodes in the center or does something else. Somehow I want to blow one of these things up just so it say I could do it. You know what I mean? Because you got to fry it and find out, and that's what I do.
Hey, sometimes I get fried and I found out.
Yeah. That's not a good one. Let me just tell you that.
No, the other day I have to be more careful, honestly, because the other day, like a week ago, I did shock myself, and it wasn't with the cold energy. It was with the dangerous stuff. Just potential though, thank God. No current.
Yeah. That's not good, man. Let's see. I need.
Yeah, you ought to hear the sounds that I make when I get shocked.
Well, we know the sounds you make when you get excited. Are they about the same?
Pretty much. I went, woo! Literally in the middle of the night, I got shocked. I'm like, woo!
Oh my God. So
a beanie flew off and everything. No.
That's so great. Oh, so Vortex is asking how many more emojis. Well, I need 7 more members to put out some more emojis than what I have. I have about 4 more I can put in as soon as they let me. So, oh man, that's fun. Oh, yeah. That's so cool, Ben. Yeah, I got shocked a little while back too. I was doing that water experiment. Yeah, good thing I used the one hand rule because the one was about zap to daylights. And the bad thing was I had to like throw the wire a little bit as I got shocked because usually hand lets go. Well, the water was right underneath me, you know what I mean, in front of me when I was playing with it. Yeah, that was a fun day. Let's just say it was like bullfighting. I was like, ole! You know what I mean? As they come flying by, trying to zap me.
Oh, it's definitely interesting, but it's scary. It's scary when it happens, But I just wanted to say thank you, Vors, for becoming a member.
Oh, right on. You got another member, huh?
Oh yeah. It's because we have the best chat in the world,
Oh my God, Sean, you are the best person ever. Let me just tell you that.
Sean coming in with the super sticker.
Wow. He's too good to me, man. Sean's an awesome person, man.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm really appreciative of all the love and the support. You guys are the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we've had a large group of or a large influx of support recently from a lot of great people. Yeah,
absolutely, we have. That's for sure. I wanted to get to this question real quick, Ben. I guess you were right about the Java thing. I tried it for a second. Yeah, it would be a lot easier to use your formula than that. I can tell you that right now because Sean and I had quite a bit of fun wrangling that thing, and I always get it wrong, and Sean always corrects me and fixes it for me. So, yeah, it's something to kind of figure out. So if we could just write a formula and I could just type in the math, man, so much faster to build one of these to the accurate number. Yeah, man, it's like half the battle. You know what I mean? Because the winding, couple hours, I'm done winding. I spray it. We're good to go. Wait a couple days. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the figuring out the exact size you want and to the right frequency is something else. Thank you, Sean. Thank you again.
Like a chief.
Oh man! Now they get to go on. By the way, guys, when you go on into the new Fringe take, Sean, I'm sorry. It's hilarious, by the way, but I'm sorry because John, you get to be featured in there. You're right on the cover of it, and I took a few lines. I took a few lines from your presentation, and it's the absolute funniest thing in the world. So John says he did the formula on his call. Did it come out okay, John? Did it come out to the frequency you wanted it at? He says, "Oh no, he knows it's coming." Oh, John.
Oh, hey, Ian. Thank you for the membership.
Right on, Ian. Yeah, you guys are awesome, man.
Yeah, this is really cool. And I thought I saw something in the chat here.
Yeah, maybe later on in the show when we get towards the end, and hopefully Gerald will make an appearance. We could play it for everybody, and then we'll leave it to the members to see it from there on in. But oh man, it's something else. I tell you, I could get in a lot of trouble soon enough. Especially when Ben starts talking about tickling his Elmo. I'm telling you, Ben, I put it to good use, man. That was so hilarious.
Oh yeah, every little bit that you used was great. Even with Joe, that was it was freaking great.
What's even better about the ones with Joe is he's like always like he doesn't talk that way when we're on live, right? But I mesh his words together to seem like he's kind of confused a little bit when he says it, or he's trying to get away with something. So I think it's absolutely hilarious when I do that.
Yeah, no, it's really funny, really creative. Some of the stuff that you did in the new one, especially, I like it. And as I've said before, it's nice to see Leonardbot back on the small screen again.
Oh man, nice. That's good.
Yeah,
it showed 260. That's regular hertz, right? That's actually a good accomplishment because usually it's in the kilohertz. So,
so that's 260 kilohertz.
Yeah, hertz is what he said.
Yeah,
regular hertz.
Okay.
Yeah. So, by the way, Ben, when you see this right here, it says Ben.
Oh, is that the little face emoji?
So, here, I'll show you. When it shows that, it's not that one.
Yes.
It's this one right here.
That's awesome. Nice.
When it says Ben, that's what it shows on my channel page.
No, that's so cool because I want a hard hat with the symbol.
I'm going to have to send you this one, Ben. Hold on. This one right here.
Yeah, send me that one. I'll use that one for our faces on my membership page because we only have you at the moment, but I want to get all the team in there, like Victor and everybody with like a funny face.
He says you got to get the lab coat. He wants the lab coat from you, Ben.
Oh, so lab coat.
I'll make you the sticker thing for your emoji, and we'll just do a lab coat with your name on the back, your sign for your channel. That's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely have to work on those stickers and make some more because they're freaking great.
Well, everybody's having so much fun with them. That's kind of what we wanted, right? You watch. You wait till I play that video later. That's all it's going to be is emojis.
I think I have one on there. It's hard to see unless you actually use it, but it's called Cool Tie. It's like a bow tie with a hand on.
Nice.
Or not a bow tie, a necktie with a hand on it.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Yeah, so hopefully Gerald gets that thing figured out, man. I'm going to have to go to Canada to fix his computer if he doesn't. So I plan to go, but not in the cold weather. I'm from California, man. That's too cold. They're like, what,
Yeah.
20 degree Fahrenheit weather or something?
Yeah, something like that. It's really, I mean, it's cold here in Michigan. Today it was kind of warmer at 40, 47, I think it was. But I mean, it's going to get real cold. It was 27, 28 the other night.
It's 48 degrees right now where I'm at. It's nice and warm.
Yeah, see, it wasn't bad today. I could go out and not have to dress up in like an overcoat that or a winter coat that, you know, throws off my balance. No, that's why I gotta layer up and it throws off my balance and like I'm, you know, like I'm stiff and, you know.
That's bad, man. So Ben, what do you got planned for the next couple tests that you got going on? What are you looking to do?
So right now we're still doing I think this is probably going to be because I didn't anticipate doing this. You know, Michel Morel, he mentioned, you know, had I tried, you know, doubling up or trying multiple, you know, lightning thieves, and I hadn't. So I remembered him mentioning that a while ago. So I decided to just, you know, test it up with both of them, just, you know, connected to the load, just very simple. And we're doing our final apples to oranges test. So we were doing apples to oranges, not apples to apples. And what I mean by that is it's because we're not comparing the same brightness level. You know, the inverter defaults to 100% brightness, and it's not a direct comparison. So what we want to do ideally is we want to do a apples to apples comparison. So the next set of tests that I want to do with the coil involve trying to get that capacitor out of the LED panel and seeing if we can light it at 100%. And if so, if we don't break the panel, we'll run one of those tests and compare it to the inverter. And if it lasts, you know, the projections say it would last about 2 hours at 100% brightness, whereas the inverter lasted an hour and 17 minutes. Just to give you an idea of what that compresses to, that stretches to roughly a difference of, I think it was 39 hours for the inverter and 60 hours for the coil. So gives you about another extra day out of it, pretty much, at an already highly efficient system. So, you know, because inverters, they're already at like 90% efficient. You know, they're just, you know, they waste that 10% in heat. You know, that's why they have to have those, you know, fans and, you know, the ventilation in them. You know, they get hot and sometimes they're dangerous if they're cheap. So, you know, this is to try to move away from that and see if we can get, you know, more efficiency out of it. And it appears to be more efficient. We don't know if it's, you know, a COP of 1, a COP of less than 1, or maybe even greater than 1. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Sean gifted 10 Beneficence TV memberships to our viewers. That is extraordinary. Wow. Extraordinarily generous. Thank you, Sean. Holy crap. I don't know what to say. I'm going to take off my beanie and pray for a minute because that is just, that's remarkable. Thank you.
There with you, Ben. I'm there with you. How did you do that? How there's a feature?
I don't know. I didn't know that was possible. I guess it is. That is really cool.
Right on, man.
Wow.
Dude, this is so awesome, man. Sean, thank you.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man.
We really do have the best audience.
Yes, we do.
I mean, our audience is our team, so it doesn't surprise me. We have the best team.
Well, I'll tell you what, the next emoji I make is going to be Sean. There you go. We're going to have an emoji for Sean. So, Sean, decide what you want it to look like, or else I could decide. But I think you'd be better served if you decide. But sometimes I get a little crazy. So you can ask Ben. I keep sending him stuff. It's just hilarious.
Oh, man. Yeah, some of the stuff that he comes up with, I don't know. Like, and I consider myself fairly creative, but Nathan takes it to another level.
Oh, you should see what I sent Joe. Oh, yeah. It's even worse.
I wish I had some animation skills. That way I could like properly animate like a cartoon for the Fringe think tank. That would be really cool.
That definitely knows how to push the envelope. I'll just describe it, man. When you go on to look at those crystals and stuff and they're showing them to you, sometimes they're really big, okay? And then some lady's holding it with her hand, and that's the whole picture. And let me just tell you, between the conversation of Joe and I, it really becomes kind of bad. So, anyway.
Sean says it's you guys that I owe a debt friendship. You don't owe us anything, Sean.
That's right.
You have shown yourself to be a extremely amazing, generous, and caring person, and that's all the qualities that I like to see in a team mate. So it's not about being in debt. It's about you're a good team member, and we're kind of like a family. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I should have read that comment before I put it up. Oh.
I didn't even see it. Oh, I see it now. Oh, Joe coming in. we ramped Joe up tonight. He's got his juices flowing.
Oh my. Oh. That's what happens when I answer people early in the morning. Well, I was up at like 2 a.m, okay, doing experiments outside. So I had to set up all the lights and everything. And here, I'll just show it to you what the, let me get to it real quick. So this is what I was doing early this morning. So all I did was I put out the thing with my Tesla coil attached to it and just hooked all the light bulbs into it. It's like my own private Christmas display. You know what I mean? My own little star in the yard.
Oh, wow. That's pretty. I like it. That's really cool, Nathan.
Yeah. Well, it lit up pretty bright, too. And so here's the thing. You see how at the very ends of them, they're a little dim? Mm-hmm. So now with your method, I'm going to hook that whole other side to the other side of that rodent coil.
To pick it up.
Yeah.
Just don't go walking out there barefoot, please.
Are you kidding me, man? I'm going to go out with my robe on, man, and go out there barefoot.
I mean, like, I don't want you accidentally stepping on and breaking, cut your foot.
I'd go out there to look like Pythagoras or something in a big white robe, probably the fatter version of him, and then go out there. That'd be hilarious, man.
Have to film yourself with the robe out there with the lights and a cane, please, and then send me the footage. I'll edit it with nice music, copyright free, all that stuff. It will make it look really professional. We'll have a formal high quality production rollout of this. I really want to do it with you dressed as Moses and everything. Like
Nathan's running around in his boxers at 2 a.m.
Hey, that's me doing some of these tests. You don't see it, but I'm actually in my boxers.
Oh, come on now. We saw the UFO shorts, man. You tried to play off his shorts or boxers. I remember
Those
that.
are
one.
actually shorts, but they do look like boxers. They could be either.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on what city you're living. Okay, I was saying.
This whole crew's out of control, man.
Hey, real quick, Nathan, look at the private chat.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I can't hear you, Ben. What's going on?
So both of our streams ended on Rumble. It gave us a little error.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'll just remove it and go and upload it later.
Yeah, it could be a glitch. Hopefully it's a glitch. Rumble's kind of glitchy, you know, so.
Well, we'll see, man. It's all good. Not really a problem.
Well, we did hit 100 subscribers on Rumble for Beneficence TV, which is really cool. So
right on.
Yeah, we're trying to break through the Rumble algorithm. You know, some people are catching on. We're getting some people commenting, and we actually had somebody who gave a good suggestion on something. It's something we can't really talk about. It's one of the topics, but I would. It reminds me, I would like to run it by you after the, after the podcast.
Gotcha. Look at this. 5 minutes of membership, and people are already taking off their clothes.
Oh, Jalapeno. I love Jalapeno. He always has some hilarious and insightful comments.
Oh, let's go back to the zebra stripe experiments. Oh, man.
Toy Maker. We love you, Toy Maker. It's funny.
Oh, man. That's so great. So yeah, I'll show you a little more. We got some more stuff going on, man. Let me see which one it was. I'm trying to figure out which one's which here. So I think it's this one. So I was able to connect more stuff to it, like always.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. And just for a quick reference, what's inside is just dirt, right?
It's sand and water.
Sand and water. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, just mud.
What we have right here is it goes from the center sand and water. And I'm sorry for the lighting; it's not all that great, but you see the center sand and water. Mm-hmm. Then I just put that little white, wire there. It goes to another sand and water. They're not connected in there; they're just shoved in there. Then they go over to the jar over here, and it's got quartz in it, and it still lights up the light bulb.
Wow!
So it's hopping from one to the one to the one. You know what I mean?
Right, with no loss.
Yeah, no. It's got the same amount of energy as the other bulb, just about.
Mm-hmm. And with the right pickup, like a Rodin coil or Abha coil, you could probably amplify the pickup as well instead of just picking it up.
Yeah. You see how the light?
Mm.
It's like a lightsaber. Yeah. It goes back and forth.
That is really neat. That's really cool.
But you can see now why I wanted to attach something to the other end.
Yeah, so you can hold it and it would look like a lightsaber. Holy crap. That's so cool. Dude, we definitely have to make this a high quality video, like a high production value video, like you and the whole, like, just totally committed to the whole Moses costume and the cane with the light and everything. Oh, it's going to be epic. YouTube has no idea what's in store for it. The algorithm will break. We're going to shatter that.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy how this stuff works, and it tells you the missing link of what's going on. Because you can get the energy like that, but you can't go long distances in just the wire. They have to have like a capacitor in there somewhere, and the water's acting like a capacitor.
That's why you're able to do all these things that you don't see anyone else doing on the internet or, you know, anywhere else, really. You have the secret that everybody's been looking for, and basically, I mean, there's a lot. It's a lot more complicated than just this, but I think one of the main problems that you encountered with, you know, like people trying to do this, that you said, I don't want to, you know, misquote you or whatever, but I think you said that one of the main problems is they try to put too much juice into the system, right? And they're just trying to get, you know, the most power out of the system, and you're just pulling it back and dealing with the energy in a different way.
Yeah, well, they think it's hot energy, so they go, well, what do you do with hot energy? You keep cranking it up, right?
Cranking it up, right? Exactly.
So in this, it's a bit different. I mean, you got to remember too, it's like, what was it? It was 20 or 30 degrees. No, about 30 degrees outside when I did this. So on the ground, the bulbs are like ice cold, man. Like, you know what I mean? They're like ice cubes out there. So it was even harder to ignite the gas in there and excite it with the energy.
That's true. I didn't consider that. Yeah, it would be a little bit harder. You would need, because
but you can't do this during the day because you can't really get the same effect. So it's kind of like, and it's not summertime, so I can't get the summer weather out there. So yeah.
I mean, you did what you did, and it turned out great, though. So, like, it really looks amazing. It's cool how you put it in the star pattern too. But even if you just had one of those holding them in your hand, you know, like, or on a staff, it would look like a lightsaber. It really would.
Well, Sean gave me an idea, and I don't think he meant to, but he was talking about the Tesla coil and the sparks coming out of it, and he said they tickled. So I don't know if that's true or not, and I don't know that I want to find out, but I think eventually I will.
Yeah.
And if they do tickle, let me just put it this way: my hands are gonna have electrodes on them, and I'm gonna light it up. So we'll see how much it tickles. Maybe I can just get a little.
If you make that a video, you have to wear a T-shirt that says Elmo.
Oh, look at you, Elmo.
Oh, I lost my headphone.
Only Ben and Elmo. Was actually going to put on a Star Wars uniform, man, and like, you know what I mean, the whole hood and everything, and just have the things coming out of my fingers. You know what I mean? I'll set up a little ring as a ground so it goes towards the ground, but I'll just shoot them out of my dude. That would be such a sick shot. I would put it in my opening video of everything.
With your hair sticking on it.
Because I did the high voltage with my hand before, and I just put coax cables and the electrodes came out of it, right? And I got maybe like an inch spark out of them. So, but these, man, if I can get like 4 inches or 5 inches out of them, it'd really be just like the coolest thing. I'd build a backpack with a Tesla coil on it, man, and walk around and do it and zap things. That would be like the most hilarious video.
Oh, I would pay to see that, Nathan. I would pay to see that. And I am going to. As soon as I get my first paycheck, I am going to subscribe to be a member of Nathan's channel.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Oh. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull that up for you, Sean. I don't know if they'll let me because I think I got dinged for it before, but let's try it. So Sean wanted to see the electric foot.
Oh, the electric foot. Whose foot is that, by the way? I was wondering that, and I don't think anybody ever answered that. Originally I thought it was your foot, Nathan, but it's not your foot.
If it was my foot, it'd be all over my channel. This one, I don't think I can.
I mean, we can't exactly put the foot on a milk carton and ask people if they know. Hey, have you seen this foot?
Have you seen this foot? Oh man. Okay, I have it muted. All right. Yeah, Joe doesn't like this one. I gotta find out how he did it though.
It is interesting. He says
he needs a better foot model. Well, Sean was saying the dirt on the bottom of his foot's a good insulator. So it's probably helping protect him. Oh man!
It seems to be attracted to the crack. You see that when you lowered it near the crack? Sorry, that came out wrong, but it also came out right.
Oh.
I was gonna say something, but I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sean heard it. Oh man, this is bad. As soon as I figure out that foot thing, I'll put it on my channel, Ben.
Yeah, and we gotta track down whose foot this belongs to. Where did you find this video? Facebook?
Yeah, you see quartz in the crack. Well, Leonard Bot does need an upgrade.
He's got some holes.
Oh man, the things that go on this channel. All right, guys, it's time to have a little fun. You ready, Ben?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and let's cross our fingers here, okay?
I'm gonna hold my breath, and then I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Here we go. All right. Not sharing yet. All right, guys, you ready? Get ready. We're going to put in a lot of emojis in this one, man. This is hilarious. All right, here we go. Captain speaking. This is your captain speaking. Can I please have Ben and Gerald come to sickbay? There's been an accident. From what I understand, Ben, Leonardbot and Joe were on a planet, and they were looking at alien phasers and trying to figure out how they worked. Apparently, one just went off.
That's interesting. No, that's very interesting.
Sean, what do you think of this situation?
I love it. Fry it and find out.
So do you think anything can be salvaged?
Or it doesn't allow for loss like other systems.
So, Joe, what really happened down there?
So there were two versions of this, okay? There was the early version. All right. Okay. And then there's the now version.
Does the now version involve where his nuts got blown off?
And that once you get enough, once you get the 3 orbs and you get them locked in, they start building energy, and then ultimately.
So are you saying he grew an extra orb?
And it's these infrared, it's like the triangulation of these infrared arrays that causes the orbs to form.
That just sounds bad. Harold, what do you think happened?
Well, we all know that negatives, they attract positive and negative. They come after each other like crazy, right? They're like lovers in the wind that can never touch. So when those plants are growing and you're pumping negative energy into the bottom of it, how fast can they grow? How big can they grow?
Wow, that's just disturbing. Is there any way we can fix him up?
So we're going to take off those capacitors and add our own capacitor. And as we lower that capacitance, then that pulse you were talking about increases, and therefore we can pull out the power out of the Tesla coil.
I just stop and recognize how adorable that circuit is. It's so awesome. It's sleek. It's, dare I say, a sexy circuit.
It is. I really set a quality to electrical circuits.
Enough drooling. Now that you got the front fixed, how are you going to fix the back?
You can put something in the middle, like let's say if you want to test it with a screwdriver tip, you can put it right into that coil, and then it'll start to get hot. And so that's what's called an induction heater.
I don't know about you, but I sure don't want a screwdriver there. Hey, Gerald, how would you fix it?
What you would do is you would plastic the floor, the ceilings, and the walls, okay? You would seal it like a freaking bubble. You tape every seam, you staple it to the walls, the whole 9 yards. Then what you do is you'd have a small intake hole for your air intake and a big exhaust. And you would put a mass blower on that exhaust.
Well, that doesn't sound exactly right.
The small hole. That's the return.
The small hole's the intake, the big hole's the exhaust.
Yeah, I see that on the O-scope. That's crazy. And look at those,
looking at it.
arcs. They're insane.
Yeah, you'll notice that they're sword shaped, and that's the shape you'll get with AC on this kind of coil. This is 3.5 inch wide. I'm sorry, 3.5 inch diameter, about 9 inches of PVC pipe wrapped with 34 gauge wire.
What does that tell you about Tesla and that big, gigantic, fat rod you just talked about? Okay, sorry, sounded so bad.
I was trying to stay away from that. Go ahead.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. Yep. In a little bit, we'll tickle that Elmo, but for now,
Tickling his elbow with high voltage. I saw it last time.
That's funny. My goodness.
step into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah. Then it ends. I love it. Oh my god, that was perfect.
Oh my
I
god.
can't breathe. You're gonna have to give me a minute to recover from that.
Oh.
Sean is bursting a gut. He's laughing too. Voice wants the Elmo sound. Lol, Elmo, lol. Elmo like it, lol.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. That's John just describing the coil perfectly.
It's a 3 diameter coil. It's sword shaped.
Just shove the screwdriver in it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He's literally looking at his junk. He got me down on floors looking at his junk, and he's like, it's a sword shaped coil.
Oh my god. Oh, hold on. Let me find a certain part for you here.
It's funny because it's true.
Oh.
Oh man.
It
Yeah,
gets
all
even
this was
worse, man.
all of these are clips that he took from our podcasts.
So I put little Easter eggs in here, right?
Mm.
So I put the cat in the background. You see it?
Yeah, I saw the cat. It's got some kind of sausage in his mouth.
Poor Leonard bot.
It's Leonard's coil.
Oh, and then I did another one, man. I have to show you. I should really let people find these out, but I just have to.
So what happened was Joe accidentally shot Leonard Bot in the nuts, and he made the story so convoluted that we couldn't understand what happened. And then Sean tried to fix Leonard Bot by shoving a screwdriver up his butt.
Oh.
I couldn't write this myself, Nathan. This is hilarious.
The funny thing was, you guys were talking about circuits and how good they look, and then Gerald's over there thinking of his own circuit that he draws.
Oh yeah, I saw that, this thought bubble. The sexy circuit he's thinking about. Oh my god. That's
oh
so
my.
funny. Hey Delta KB, how you doing?
What's up, Crypto? Oh
Hey,
my god,
Crypto.
man. That is so hilarious, brother. Oh.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh. The next one's gonna be worse, Ben. Because Fred and your nuts is what's on the next one.
Who's Fred?
Isn't that the little guy that's under your porch or something? With the squirrels?
Oh, Walter.
Walter. Sorry. Walter.
You're gonna bring Walter into this now. He's gonna be knocking at your door for nuts next.
Oh, that was wild, man.
That's fun.
Oh.
Sorry, just charging my phone here.
He's working on, does that say poop coin? He says, I've been working on my crypto project, proof of ownership project, aka poop coin. It really does say poop coin.
I don't understand anything about these new crypto coins coming out.
Oh, I don't either, man. So, oh man, I tell you, man. He said, my wife just asked if everyone was okay with his stream.
Yeah, because we're all dying laughing. Oh my god. I'm lucky I didn't wake the. Oh wait, it's only 7. I was like, if the neighbors were sleeping, I would have definitely woke them up.
Wow. It reminds me of one of those little chocolate coins that you get and it gets melted and it looks like poo when it comes out of it. I don't think that's exactly what he was talking about, though.
You still like the Irish? Pot of pool gold.
Oh, yeah, Joe says define okay. But not us, apparently. Oh, man. Gotcha. It's the proof of ownership thing. Oh, that's so great. I'm going to have to watch. He did a great job with, it was a hot girl. I was watching that one. So, yeah, some kind of thing in crypto, man. I have no idea what it is. Oh, man. All right, Ben. You want to watch that again?
I wouldn't mind. You can put a different episode on if you want.
Okay. Well, whatever you want, man. We're hanging out today, just having a little fun.
I know I wanted to work on some stuff, but I didn't have time today. But I have some stuff coming as well. And we're going to be releasing, or Nathan's going to be releasing these Star Trek videos on his membership page. And I'm going to try to release some more Divine Science specials soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. Since Bernie's here, we'll play his favorite episode.
Or the chocolates that actually look like buttholes? What? Chocolate buttholes?
Only you, Ben, would read that out loud. This is your captain speaking. Joe, can you please report to the transporter room? We need to go back to the planet where you found your strange rock. Bernie's going to meet us down there. Mike, transport us down.
You have 3 holes. One is ground at the bottom, and the 2 that are at the top are the power. Are they the 2 holes? Are they the same size, or is one bigger? Put one prong in the ground and the other prong in the smaller hole. That's your hotline.
Is he daydreaming again? Hey, Mike, transport us down to the surface, please. Okay, Joe, where exactly did you find this strange rock?
And I could sense it. So I'm very attuned to it. I could sense it as soon as I start fumbling around with it. I'm like, up there it is,
Well, let's keep moving down the river to the cave where Bernie is. Oh, man, look at all these magic mushrooms.
All right.
Joe, have you ever eaten any of these things?
Psychologically, having high amounts of that crap around wasn't the best for me. It would, always kind of grab me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, all right, that, and this kind of did that, and it was very, very intense, and it wasn't bad.
Well, after careful consideration, I say we eat some of this stuff and see what happens.
Wow. Instant brain fart there.
Are we still in the cave? Why is everything moving? What's going on, guys?
Direct departure. The 90% of the brainwashed most senior epic legends and pillars.
What the hell did he just say? Oh my God, I'm tripping balls, man.
I'm deep into meditation, and some different spiritual aspects and stuff like that of metaphysics. And I can tell you, I mean, these things they do have psychological effect, as far as that stuff goes. And
my lips aren't moving, but I'm still talking. Must be an inner monologue. Awesome. We want to turn it on. We want those effects. We want our mind to work the machine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we can figure out how exactly to do it.
Spinning the rotation aspect, that is now one dynamic of open system adding to it.
So it's like, oh, well, I mean, what's the difference? It's like, because things don't do this.
That's why.
That's why. You see, yeah, it's subtle. You're running your finger across something and you're feeling it starting to skip on the surface, but it's smooth. It's like, things don't do this, and this does this. And yes, it's subtle, but it's there. But then there's the more extreme examples, like the thing, taking a lift off, and it's like it just slipped out of your hand.
Oh my God. I can hear Joe in my head and Bernie in my head, but their lips aren't moving.
And then it's like, so you add that spinning to other aspects, like bringing in radiant energy from the environment, like if it's endothermic cooling or from a plasma, right? All these other aspects that you start combining those dynamics of extra energy in that
like a
you're
sack
able
of potatoes
to get the
to the ground.
exponential gains
And I
in
couldn't
your
move.
systems.
You have 3 holes. You have 3 holes. You have 3 holes. You have 3 holes. You have 3 holes.
Oh my God. There's no more holes. There's no more holes. There's no more holes. Mike, beam us up.
You're right, Nate?
Yeah. I'm living right now. I'm barely breathing.
Oh my God. The part at the end where Mike's like, you got 3 holes, and you wake up and there are no holes.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. That's so great.
Those are some of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. We need to make more. And if you need any assets from me, definitely. I have a whole bunch of assets, like I said, like sound effects and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to check that out, Ben.
I'm gonna try to put it on a if I can, I'll try to put it on like a virtual drive for you to just access.
Nice. Yeah, it's fun doing those things, man, because like you got to understand, I'm pulling all these things from like a huge assortment of videos, so I have to find the words that actually make somewhat sense together, right?
Yeah,
but they can't make perfect sense together. So I'm over there cracking myself up in my garage, man, just laughing the whole time when I'm building this, thinking, "Oh my God, what are these people going to think of me when I do this?" You know what I mean? Like,
right.
but then you play it at the end and you just die laughing. Oh man, yeah, that's a classic.
That's definitely fun. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. They're definitely starting to be better and better. I think every one that you do is a little bit better than the last one. I'm gonna go run over to the mini lab real quick and check the numbers and run the numbers and see where we're at regarding our decay rate.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, Ben. Show it up. Let's see it.
All right.
Oh man. Yeah, I wish Gerald was here to see that one. Hopefully he's watching somewhere and got to see it. That the first one anyway. He's seen the other one. Man, that's so great. You know what? We sit here and work with voltage all day and do all these cool experiments, but if you can't laugh in life, man, it's going to be pretty hard. So I got to find somewhere to find my humor, and those videos are perfect for it. We got, it's so funny as we go through it. We got Joker Coil. We got, oh man, we got a bunch of mushrooms in this last one, man. Everybody was throwing it up in the chat. That was totally awesome, by the way. I of course have to put a bunch of mushrooms in there, man. It was awesome. Oh, Gerald. Yeah. That's so great. Oh, man. Yeah. I can't wait, man. The next couple of weeks are going to be fun. I got another Tesla coil or two to build. I ordered a bunch more wire. I'm trying to find actually blue magnet wire and 32 gauge. So they also have a black magnet wire. And I wanted to find both of those, man, so that I can wrap some of these coils in them. But I'll go with the gold because that's what they have. But maybe I might do another red one or something. But yeah, those two colors, man, that'd be cool. And I know probably there's special orders from China, so I'm going to figure out a source to get those and then order them in. Oh. Neptune. That's funny, Sean. Oh. Doing a green coil in 32 gauge, yeah. Well, I'm going to see if I can't just print off, because kind of like Sean does with the coil frames, just print off one. It just gets to be a lot of PLA when you get what is it? About a foot tall. So yeah. That is going to be pretty cool though. Nice. Hi, Lulu. Yeah, Lulu was one of the first person that saw my video this morning and liked this little star thing I did. So that was cool, man. That was really cool. Yeah, I'll let you know, Sean. We're going to build a couple of coils. You know what? I want them to resonate together because I have one coil, different obviously than the other coil. So I need to build two of the exact same ones. So either I build a 28 gauge at about 2 feet or a 32 gauge at 12 inches, which I broke the last one. So I'll have to build two of them if I do that one. So, and then I want to build the Death Star coil. Oh, that's the one I'll need the STLs for. I know you sent them to me. I just have to look it up. So, yeah, that's definitely what we want to do there because I want to see the magnetic values and stuff that you were talking about and how in the center it's like a null zone. So that I want to check out because I found that in another coil. So that's going to be interesting right there. The awesome version 3 coils. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second. Sean sent me something. I'll see if I can't just pull up the picture. So this is Sean right here. He's got some coils he just printed out. Is that another the Mighty Mini, the little guy, the short stack? And then that looks like another Death Star Tesla coil. He's worked out some kinks. Nice. Silver wire. That's what he said in the silver wire for these ones. Are you going to show that on Wednesday, Sean? Some of that stuff, we can talk about it. 75% of the Death Star, so just a little bit smaller, huh? Nice. Scary wire. You all right there, man?
Yeah, I'm back. Well, what are we looking at here?
This is Sean. He's going to wrap these in silver wire. He's got 2 more coils that he's going to build.
Ooh, I thought he was going to wrap them in lingerie. I'm kidding. Those are sleek.
Oh, no. Wow.
We building a robot? I got some new updates.
I'm glad he put two mini coils on there when he did that because that would look pretty inappropriate if he didn't. Anyway.
I like the blue though. The cobalt blue is really nice looking. It's one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, he's got big blue balls.
I can't follow that. Damn it, Nathan left me speechless again.
Oh, we should take it down. Now it seems inappropriate. Okay, Ben.
Sean says it's a 33 AWG, so 33 is the gauge that he's going to be using for those babies.
They're gonna shoot sword-shaped sparks out of them at the top.
It's a good thing you pulled them down.
Oh,
we're getting into uncharted territory. Gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh, Ben. So, how's your lab doing? What do you got going on there?
So, some pretty interesting developments. I'm going to, I can't show you, but I'm going to actually. Can I? Yeah, let me.
It says his Egyptian bra was wrapped in silver.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm sorry, Ben. I'm trying to concentrate on what you're saying. They have me distracted.
I distract myself, Nathan, so it's okay. I have severe ADD or ADHD, one of those. So
what are those?
One of them.
Pick them today.
So I'm gonna pull up the graph that I just got from the ChatGPT. I've been feeding the data, and despite ChatGPT's inaccuracies from time to time, it is very good at making bar graphs out of your data. So we have the raw data here, and check this out. So I took a check of the system's voltage, or the battery's voltage, at 7:27 p.m. and it was 12.32 volts. So I asked the ChatGPT where we're at in relation to the last phase, that our last interval for the data point. The last data point I collected was around 6 o'clock, I think. So it said that since 2 hours and 49 minutes have passed, the voltage dropping to 12.32 volts appears to be stabilizing and slowing down. So specifically, it seems to be slowing down at a rate of 58.4%, slower than the previous test that I did. So compared to the previous intervals, I've been taking the data at different intervals, like an hour here, an hour there, and it's been gauging the draw and the decay rate. So compared to the last check on the system that I took and data point, it is actually slowed down 58.4%. So, but this is actually what it's supposed to do when it's running like for a long time. It's supposed to stabilize after a little bit and kind of slow down. So it'll discharge a little fast. And sometimes that fast discharge, I'm starting to think it might be because I didn't give my battery time to settle. I guess it takes a few hours for it to stabilize after you charge it to give you an accurate reading. You know, it'll continue to slowly discharge until it stabilizes at that, level it's actually at. So you might see a little bit it might be a little bit higher of a starting point in that respect, because I only gave it 2 hours to settle. But regardless, we're going to run this down to 11.5 and continue to monitor it. If it is actually doubling the efficiency, then we should see it last around 60 hours or, near that if it's slightly less. But if it's actually just doubling the power without any increase in efficiency, it's probably going to be around 30 hours it'll last. So which one will happen? It's up to you to decide. I have no idea.
So that ChatGPT, is it fairly accurate then, Ben, or is it a little off? Or
it's fairly accurate, yes, but you do have to double check it. I have to say, because sometimes it will, like, say, for instance, I want to have a graph made out of my data. It'll make a really damn good graph, but sometimes it'll put the wrong data into the graph, right? Like it'll make a mistake. Like I caught it putting the wrong test information in the graph one time, and you had to correct it. And it's like, oh yeah, it was a mistake. But just double check it, and it's fairly accurate. The thing is, if you give it raw data and tell it to like plot, a graph for you, it's pretty good. So, where it tends to be shady is if when you ask it questions, regarding unknown things.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have trouble with those things. Maybe I don't put enough information in there, or maybe I don't speak accurately enough to it.
Well, it can give you a wrong reading sometimes, and specifically like when I was doing the first power math equations, or trying to work out what equations to do for, you know, like the duty cycle adjustment and all that. You know, so at first I didn't consider the duty cycle when I was asking the Chat GPT, and it didn't either. But then when I considered the duty cycle, I had to go back and say, hey, you know, like, let's consider the duty cycle at this point. So it's going to be as accurate as you direct it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it just double check it. It's a useful tool, but at the end of the day, it could be wrong. And that's why I give you guys access to these, you know, these docs, these Google Docs, so you can analyze it and for yourself and say, oh, hey, this might be a mistake here. So you can contact me at beneficencetv@gmail.com and, you know, just, hey, you know, if I have a mistake, you know, please tell me so I can correct it and give you the right data. So I don't want to, you know, mislead anybody here. We're trying to gauge the efficiency of the system. And as it stands, it is a very efficient system. If the numbers pan out to be accurate for the first test, it's looking like it's 55% more efficient than the 96% efficient inverter. So it just, you know, it's drawing a lot less power, it's you know, providing a lot less power to the panel, powering it at about 3.3% brightness. But it's been on pretty bright now. We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Really cool. I'm gonna definitely have to try that trick out with that rodent coil. So,
yeah. So apparently, stacking the coils. There's more than one way to stack the coils, and apparently, stacking the coils in different ways can have yielded efficiency gains for various tests that different people have done. I know there's this one method where you actually wind two coils as one. So you'll take two coil frames and literally glue them on top of each other. And then you wind the first one. Yeah. And then once you're done winding the first one before the interference pattern, you'll skip up to the next coil, wind that one, and then start the interference pattern, and then go down to the second one and do the interference pattern. I don't know exactly how it's wound, but there's a specific way. We'll figure it out. And that one is supposed to be like a, you know, a double whammy. It's a twofer, you know?
Twofer.
Yeah. Twofer.
Nice. Twofer.
But yeah, it's cool. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways to do this stuff.
Yeah. Right on. That's pretty cool, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll monitor it, see how long it lasts. I'll give you guys updates periodically on the Patreon and YouTube and all that. So I'm hoping that it lasts a while because it's a nice level brightness now. We can work with this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check out what LEDs do with this energy. And I got to make another mud pie to test. So I was going to buy a new set of Pyrex dishes and then give them to my wife after I put a bunch of mud in them. But I think I'll just tell her so I can take the old ones. So, and give her the new ones, you know. It might work out better. Thank God she doesn't watch my show. I get in all kinds of trouble. She came in the other day, man, and I had a bunch of bowls and stuff back here, and I'm, you know, setting it up to try it. And I had like 4 or 5 bowls in there in a row, and they're all lit up with electricity in them and stuff. You know what I mean?
You're going to find one of your mud pies in the fridge one day as wrapped up as leftovers.
You say that, but I was going to do something like that.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Oh. I wanted to test the ice on top of it. You know what I mean? Like putting the cold and hot voltage in it and see what it does. Yeah.
Don't touch leftovers.
My mom always swore up and down that they wouldn't be useful building them mud pies, but she was wrong in this case.
She was wrong. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Who would have ever thought that your brilliant work, reverse engineering Tesla's Colorado experiment would lead you to be making mud pies?
It's like the best part, isn't it?
It's like that deep narrator voice. Who would have ever thought in 1,000 years that Nathan, reverse engineering technology known beyond the comprehension of average everyday people, would find himself messing around with mud pies?
Nice. I might have to have you do a couple intros to my show, man, when we do this. That's funny. That's so great, man. No, seriously, man. Like, there's some stuff you never try in this world, but when you start to mess with it, you go, okay, what can I push next? Like, what is the most crazy thing you could think of at that point in time? And then can I do it? You know? So, we were joking and stuff, saying going out back or doing something else, and that's cool and all. And then going back to the front yard and making the star was cool. But I really want to do lighting in front of like the planter boxes, which would be cool. So
Ulysses says, I think you'd end up getting grounded.
My mom would ground me right now if she could. That's funny.
I just got grounded last week.
Let me tell you, man, I was out there in my PJs too, and I was trying to make sure I put the camera where you couldn't see my pajama pants. You know what I mean?
Hey, you think you're a grown ass man? You can't get grounded. You're wrong. It don't matter what age you are. You can get grounded.
Right. Your wife gonna take away your Xbox.
Oh man.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I was going to discuss freezing. Yeah. And then, I want to try different things. And I don't know what all we could put in there, but it'd be pretty fun. So,
ferrofluid.
Ferrofluid. Oh, that's a magnetic fluid, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something neat. I don't know.
They could be like that Spider-Man movie. Keep following me.
Oh crap! you have the big blob of something talking to you. Nathan, feed me, Nathan. I need cold energy, Nathan. Cold. Feed me.
Oh my, we're in so deep.
You're down the rabbit hole now, friend.
Yeah. That's so bad. Oh, hilarious. Yeah, we're going to have to do some stuff like that, Ben. All new project, but I think that cold will tell us something. And I saw one of the Tesla coils guy do it, and he got the dielectric look. You can see both like the anode and cathode in there, and you saw the dielectric form in between them. It was really cool.
Oh, that's
so
neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that experiment. I was looking at that, and then he did the sand in there, and he had high enough voltage to get the sand to convert to glass. So I'm gonna have to try that too. I couldn't get a high enough voltage with the DC; it wasn't gonna work, and with the flyback, it wasn't gonna work. But I think if I take that Tesla coil and I put that AC in there, it might just work.
Wow, he converted the sand to glass. So that's what's that called? What process is that? Where like meteors hit the Earth at such a such a velocity that it just turns sand to glass. It's
well, just a lightning bolt will do it. They put the rods in the ground.
There's a name for it though. It's at the back of my tongue. Or is it the tip of my tongue?
I don't know, but I'm not finding out. Yeah.
That's a good question for Google because that's going to be on my mind for a minute. Ventrification. Oh, did it just come to me? Ventrification. Is that what it is?
Maybe. I don't know.
Vitrification. Yes. Turns a liquid into a glass.
Vitrification. Okay, that makes sense.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out, man, because that's pretty cool.
Zinc sulfide is what I meant to say that glows in the dark. Huh. Zinc sulfide. I don't know what that is.
Zinc sulfide, huh? I might have to get some of that. And it glows in the dark, huh? Glow in the dark, yeah. We have to get some of that. I like that glow in the dark stuff, man, especially because I have to turn off all these lights all the time. It sucks. So if it glows in the dark, at least I can find it and I don't zap myself.
Yeah, you don't know how many times I've tripped over something I could have sworn was like two feet to my left. It's right in front of me.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like I could never be Daredevil.
I couldn't either, man. I need to have like just a single light over there over my experiments I can just turn on. So
yeah, like a nice toggle switch that you know is on the wall right as you come in or something.
Yeah, I got to work on that. So even if
or
it just
you can get, I was gonna say you can get a remote. You know, be fancy like a a clicker,
like the clapper.
Yeah, like the clapper. Exactly. only you can call it the screamer. It'll require like a death metal scream. Oh, it'll go on.
You imagine that you go to start every experiment and you got to do that.
Oh, it didn't turn on. You got to go deeper. Oh.
Dude, my wife would be in there asking if I'm taking a number 2 with that. You can't do that.
It gives another name for the screamer, huh?
Oh, man.
I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
The brown code. Code brown.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Oh. Oh, man, that's cool. Oh, Ben, what else is going on? Anything cool?
Not really. I don't really have any other updates or anything else going on at the moment. I'm kind of like swamped with all this coil stuff, and that's kind of taking up a lot of my time. But I did want to get with Gerald and go over his ideas for the scooter, because I do want to move closer to phase 3, so we can have some sort of transportation after winter. And also, now that we have some kind of efficient lighting set up, I do also want to move into looking into induction heating. So we're going to do some testing with induction heating too. I forgot to mention.
Like an induction heater, like a ZVS, or you have something else in mind?
Specifically, we're just going to heat up a soft iron core, or soft iron piece of metal or whatever, and try to get it to heat up and produce some kind of warmth. If that works, we can kind of take that and expand it to maybe like attach to a radiator or something. I don't know, some kind of heating element. But yeah, just some kind of efficient heating that I could use for backup, if the power goes out.
Right on. Ben, I think I probably bought maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 ZVS boards, and they all come with that coil, and I've never once used them for a heater. I guess I should try that out. You know what I mean? But never really occurred to me.
It's not. Well, what's the fun in that? Using something for what it's supposed to be used for. What's the fun in that? when you got like a 1,000 tricks up your sleeve, like you got this bag full of tricks and this boring thing that it's made to do.
Who knew, huh?
It's like, I guess I can go back to the basics, guys, and try this out and what it's supposed to be used for.
Yeah. Seems kind of awkward using something for its original purpose, but okay.
I mean, being a tinker, that's really how it seems, right?
Yeah.
So things can be used for so many different things beyond what they're made for.
Yeah, I'll use anything for what it's made for. I can tell you that right now. Like, you go to a yard sale and go, oh, well, that looks cool, right? And you're going, oh, I got a record I can play on there. I'm thinking, man, I'm going to strip that thing down. I'm going to use the wheel.
I don't use a belt. I use a clip for bag chips.
Dude, I've been that poor. I had a shoestring I used to use as a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Oh, wow. It sucks. But you make do. You find a solution. That's what makes us innovative, I guess.
Dude, that's what trips me out these days. Is people walk around with their pants up high like they have high waters on, right? And I just wondered, like, don't these people have millions of dollars? Why are their pants so high? Why am I seeing their ankles? You know what I mean? That used to be the sign I was poor.
Yeah.
Not the rich guy with the fancy loafers.
It's interesting how things change. It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, see, everybody grew up poor. Look, Joe's got a zip tie. And what we got? Duct tape over here. Yeah. Flooded waters. Yeah, that's right. The high waters. Jarvis got duct tape. Man, that's bad. Yeah, I remember that, man. You used to get one pair of shoes that last you like a year and a half because you didn't have any more money. It wasn't they were raggedy or anything, but you just didn't have any more money to replace them. All filled with holes and stuff. Yeah, those are the days, man. You didn't know what soda was. You were like, what? It doesn't come out of the faucet? So, yeah, I was really poor. We didn't even have ramen noodles. We were so poor. That's how bad it was. So, yeah. Different days, man. Different days. Back when you used to make your little popsicle sticks and run them down the gutters and have races.
I remember making popsicle sticks out of orange juice. Those were fun. I would make popsicles out of orange juice and just freeze the orange juice.
Nice. What would we always get? Minute Maid one? The concentrate orange juice? That's what we used to get. Frozen. You pretend they're the poor man's push pop, and you just shove the top off the can and eat the whole thing. It's an 80s thing, yep. All right, Ben, we're about 2 hours. You want to play that Fringe think tank thing one more time, and then we'll take off out of here.
Which one was that?
We're gonna play the new one.
Oh, the Star Trek episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know if I have it though.
Sorry. Pull it up real quick.
I could pull it up.
I got it.
Oh, there you go.
This is your captain speaking. Can I please have Ben and Gerald come to sick bay? There's been an accident. From what I understand, Ben, Leonardbot and Joe were on a planet and they were looking at alien phasers and trying to figure out how they worked. Apparently, one just went off.
That's interesting. No, that's very interesting.
Sean, what do you think of this situation?
I love it. Fry it and find out.
So do you think anything can be salvaged?
Or it doesn't allow for loss like other systems?
So, Joe, what really happened down there?
So there were two versions of this, okay? There was the early version, all right,
okay.
And then there's the now version.
Does the now version involve where his nuts got blown off?
And that once you get enough, once you get the 3 orbs and you get them locked in, they start building energy, and then ultimately.
So are you saying he grew an extra orb?
And it's these infrared. It's like the triangulation of these infrared arrays that causes the orbs to form.
That just sounds bad. Gerald, what do you think happened?
Well, we all know that negatives, they attract positive and negative. They come after each other like crazy, right? They're like lovers in the wind that can never touch. So when those plants are growing and you're pumping negative energy into the bottom of it, how fast can they grow? How big can they grow?
Wow, that's just disturbing. So, Sean, is there any way we can fix him up?
So we're going to take off those capacitors and add our own capacitor. And as we lower that capacitance, then that pulse you were talking about increases, and therefore we can pull out the power out of the Tesla coil.
I just want to stop and recognize how adorable that circuit is. It's so awesome. It's sleek. It's, dare I say, a sexy circuit.
It is. I really believe there's an aesthetic quality to electrical circuits.
Okay, enough drooling. Now that you got the front fixed, how do you back?
You can put something in the middle, like let's say if you want to test it with a screwdriver tip, you can put it right into that coil, and then it'll start to get hot. And so that's what's called an induction heater.
I don't know about you, but I sure don't want a screwdriver there. Hey, Gerald, how would you fix it?
What you would do is you would plastic the floor, the ceilings, and the walls, okay? You would seal it like a freaking bubble. You tape every seam, you staple it to the walls, the whole 9 yards. Then what you do is you'd have a small intake hole for your air intake and a big exhaust. And you would put a mass blower on that exhaust.
Well, that doesn't sound exactly right.
The small hole. that's the return.
The small hole's the intake, the big hole's the exhaust.
Yeah, I see that on the O-scope. That's crazy. And look at those arcs. They're insane.
Yeah, you'll notice that they're sword shaped, and that's the shape you'll get with AC on this kind of coil. This is 3.5 inch wide. I'm sorry, 3.5 inch diameter, about 9 inches of PVC pipe wrapped with 34 gauge wire.
What does that tell you about Tesla and that big, gigantic, fat rod you just talked about? Okay, sorry, sounded so bad.
I was trying to stay away from that. Go ahead.
Yep. In a little bit, we'll tickle that Elmo, but for now,
tickling his Elmo with high voltage. I saw it last time.
That's funny. My goodness.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, tickle that Elmo. It's about 3 inches in diameter and 9 inches long. With some short-shaped sparks. Oh, Saber Sean.
That's funny. Aurora said, "Thanks for all the laughs tonight. I've been photoing receipts in the background." Yeah, it was lots of fun. We had lots of fun. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, he's gonna tickle that dragon, all right. He's gonna snap into a Slim Jim.
No. Tickling a dragon is not the same as tickling an Elmo. Oh my.
Oh my. Like
you have to end it.
Oh my.
Yeah, you have to end it with the George Takei. Oh my.
You go, Zulu.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's up, Phil? Phil's gonna take us to the black holes.
The Black Holes Part 2. It sounds like the band that we would start. Nathan and the Black Holes.
Oh man. Oh, that's so great. All right, guys. That's it for tonight, man. We had an awesome stream. Funny as heck, man. I really appreciate it. Man, Gerald, get your stuff fixed, buddy. You're missing out on the fun. With that said, man, the chat's been really awesome. I want to thank everybody for the memberships out there. And Sean, that was really cool of you, man, for that super sticker. That was really awesome. So thanks, everybody. Cool. Yeah, Ben, go ahead.
Oh, no, I just want to say thank you as well. It was super cool.
Right on, guys. With that said, have a great night. Appreciate all of you. And we'll see you on Wednesday. We got a good show. Sean's coming in. Jarvis is coming in. Hopefully we'll have Gerald back by then. And guys, we're going to rock it out. It's going to be a fun show. We got some electric to look at. So it's going to be real technical in some parts of it, but we'll still find a way to have some fun. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Have a good night, everybody.